Why, hello. Before we get into this next video, I have to do a correction. I was watching my GhostBSD 24.01.1, and I realized when I was talking about the USB, I didn't exactly specify that I was talking about the USB inside the virtual machine. Um, I apologize for that. I should have mentioned that I was talking about inside the VM. GhostBSD has USB and hard drive mounting already set up in it on bare metal. It's just in the VM, I didn't have that set up. Now, for the hardware part at this point, hard drive at this point, I'm not exactly sure if it auto mounts because I only have one hard drive hooked up in my system right now. I'm going to put my main hard drive back in and my storage drive back in, and then I'm going to get the bootloader from Linux and update it to boot GhostBSD for me, and that way I can share my 4 terabyte storage drive between the two operating systems. I just figured I'd clear that up because I realized that I'd made a mistake there. Okay, let's get into the first part of this video. Guess what? I figured it out. I got it. Well, I kind of got it. A third of the way got it. I went through a bunch of how-tos, and I finally found one that showed me how to do it. And let me open the terminal back up. There we go. And basically, what you want to do is type in cat/dev/sound state, SND STAT, hit enter. That's going to tell you all the devices that are on your system. Okay. Now for that, you want to put in syscontrol hw dot snd dot default floor dash unit equals 5. 5 is for me. You're going to have to go up here and figure out, this is going to be different for you. You're going to have to go up here and figure out which one you want to use for audio. Say like you wanted 0, you put 0 over here. If you wanted PCM1, 1, PCM2, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wanted 5 through my USB audio / recording. So I put in the 5. So after you do that, you want to type in edit/etsy etc/rc.conf. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up a terminal editor that's even easier than Nano, if you can believe that. And then you want to enter, and then all the way down at the bottom, you want to put in these two right here. Sound floor dash load equals, quote, uppercase yes, all the way through. You need that. Quote, then SND floor dash HDA. Ooh, I mistyped it. Good thing I checked this out, because that wouldn't work. Load equals question mark. Load equals, quote, uppercase yes, quote. Now to get out of this, it's just escape. You can see that right up here. It's going to do a drop down menu and show you how to, it's going to give you some options like that. And you're going to hit enter here, leave editor, and then A again for save changes. Then you want to write in KLD load space sound, and it's going to say can't load sound module already loaded or in kernel. That way you trigger the refresh of the on the rc.conf file. You can also put this in boot.conf, and that's what I seen, but that confused me. because I knew about the RC, and I wasn't sure if there was a special configuration file that I had to go into to fix the sound. I wasn't even sure about the command for it, but I ended up seeing a how-to over on FreeBSD that showed me the command to change it, and also for cat/dev/slash soundstate or soundstat. And in that how-to goes through a couple of different options you want to put in there, shows a couple of things, and then this, and then this command. Now, I didn't know you had to put the what I had to do in the configuration file or anything. I couldn't find anything on it, and I'd been doing it for hours, and I got so tired I had to go to bed. But here the next morning, last video that I released was yesterday at the time of this video. If you look up here, it's Saturday, February 24th. It was the 23rd yesterday. Anyways, I went to bed, woke up the next morning, did some more, about an hour's worth more research. Couldn't find what I was looking for, not in the GhostBSD forums or over on FreeBSD, either in the documentation or the forums. I was just typing things in wrong. I didn't know exactly what I needed to type in to get it. So I bit the bullet, swallowed my pride, and then I searched YouTube. And the first one that came up was Gary H. Space Tech on YouTube. I was looking up RoboNoogie to see if he'd done a video on this specific problem, but I did my search, and Gary popped up first. And I've seen his videos a couple of times, but I usually stick with RoboNoogie. But I'm giving credit where credit is due. Gary H. Space Tech. I will put the link to the full video down below. Now, he walks through the whole thing. Like I said, I figured out the first third of it. I just didn't know the last 2/3 of it. So, thanks, Gary. If you ever see this video. Yeah, that's it for right now. For this part of it, I'm going to record some more stuff. Now that I got all my sound and where I want it, and I can hear everything, that means I can edit inside of GhostBSD instead of having to take the video files over to Linux so I can hear. All right, this segment's going to wrap up this video. Just an update. It's been over a week on GhostBSD. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I have a unique hardware issue with my USB sound on my mic and recording. At first I thought it was just because of perhaps a driver issue, wasn't being loaded correctly, or was it just FreeBSD itself, the base not working correctly, or something along that line. Earlier I showed how Gary H. Tech fixed it, and that worked until I rebooted. That was supposed to fix the issue, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Long story short, it turns out that Blue Microphone, or Blue Yeti, has a power cycling issue. People have tried to get it to work where the system comes up and it just works. Well, not only does Linux have the problem with it, because I have to unplug my mic after it's booted up, FreeBSD has it, and Windows has the issue. It has something to do with how the power on your computer cycles and how the power on the mic cycles, and it doesn't give it time to connect and communicate properly. The light comes on, but nobody's home. So what I have to end up doing is unplugging it and plugging it back in, and that reloads the drivers. And then on BSD, all I have to do is just change the audio channel for it, and then it works. Well, I've been trying my hardest to get it to do it automatically, and I know some bash scripting. I'm not an expert at it, And I've tried 4 different ways to get it to work. And so what I did was, see if I can get that to come up, is this right here. Let me zoom this in. Oops, come on now. Oh, don't want to move that. Is what I did was I wrote 2 separate bash scripts, stuck it in my local auto start folder, and that didn't work. So I did some links to my desktop right here, and just found some cool, what I thought was cool looking icons, and did that. So XSET is for my LEDs on my keyboard, because there's no drivers for it on Linux or BSD for it, so I can turn them on through the XSET space LED command. And then my auto start, basically what it does is I set it for a countdown for 15 seconds to give me time to unplug and replug the mic in, and then it'll change the audio channel from channel 3 to 5 where my USB mic is on. So yeah, there's all that. That's all fun. It's been a bunch of fun. I have full audio now. I can record, edit. Let's open up. I closed it out, darn it. I want to show you what Kdenlive looks like, though. There's a theming issue with it on GhostBSD. There we go. I can't get it to. You know what Kdenlive looks like normally? It's dark, and this is bright white. Now if we go to settings, style, we can go to Windows. That at least gives me the buttons right here that I can see when I go across it. It highlights them, so I can at least use those. But I cannot get the theme to load up correctly. Any BSD users out there might want to give me who could give me a hand here and tell me how to fix that. I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm enjoying this. I've used FreeBSD for about a year and a half total. I never took more than a couple steps off the path of just you know building it up to a desktop and just using the desktop environment. I never even come to think of it, all I had was just regular headphones, and I just plugged it into the back of the PC, so it worked automatically. Now I'm like off the beaten path out in the woods. Like you can barely see the path now from where I was trying to get this problem fixed. Now I have another issue, and that has to do with the drivers for my NVIDIA card. They're using a older version of the NVIDIA drivers, and if I remember correctly, it's the same drivers that my server uses. I have a old desktop PC that I'm using as a server, and I bought a GTX 740, GTX 745 OEM, which was a vendor-specific card that was manufactured for their PC. And I took it out of the PC that I had and stuck it into the tower. And the drivers for that on Linux is missing a .so1 file, if I remember correctly, on that version. So when they came out with the next version, that cleared up. And basically what that is, if my memory serves me correctly, is that has to do with hardware encoding. So when I'm encoding stuff, I'm stuck using the software encoder for my system. Unless I'm wrong, somebody can correct me down below, if you could, please. And if you know how to fix it, give me a link, because I've looked around and I can't find a fix for it. Anywho, that's my update for now. And I was going to edit this entire video on GhostBSD, but I cannot stand the brightness. I have really sensitive eyes. So I'm going to have to drop this onto USB and then take it over to my, well, not take it over, pop the drive out, and then hook up my the power to my main drive that I have my Linux operating system on, and edit it over there. So, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time, and occasionally I will update on my GhostBSD adventure. And here in about a week, I'll be doing a live video over on Rumble, and hopefully it doesn't take me too long, and hopefully it's on a night. I'm gonna have to choose a night that I'm feeling good, because my health isn't really the best. I went through cancer, and I'm still dealing with an infection, and diagnosed with a semi-rare condition, another semi-rare condition again. And I got a procedure on, got a biopsy, a CT biopsy on Tuesday, and then on the 19th I have a bilateral bypass for my kidneys. The scar tissue down below where they had to gut me in two has gotten so thick it's cutting off access to my bladder, and there's an infection down there that I've had for 4 years. I know, TMI. I'm dealing with it though. I'm hopeful pretty soon it'll be fixed. I'm working with doctors up north in the state, in the capital of the state that I'm in, and they're trying to get me doctors down here locally, because I cannot afford to go that far to have the surgeries done that I need to keep my kidneys from being completely cut off, for one. That's why the bilateral bypass is to give me time to get the surgery, the main surgery done, and get the infection out. So, alright. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I rambled on and too much personal information there. But anywho, I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching and all that good stuff. If you got the time, if you want to, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.